Good morning, everyone. I am Raju Padhe from Siemens College Patna, Department of IT. Today, I am going to talk about the output parameter of Visual C Sharp, which is a product of Microsoft .NET Framework. So, before understanding what is called output parameter, we need to understand why do I require the output parameter. So, as we know from the return statement, whenever you are calling a function, and once your function is getting called up properly, so function may return certain value using the return keyword, but the limitation of the return keyword is that it can return only one value at a time. But what if your called function has to return more than one value to the calling function? And more importantly, the calling function is not going to send any value to the called function. Rather, called function is going to perform certain job, and whatever output they will generate, that output will be sent back to the calling function. That can be achieved using the out keyword of Visual C Sharp. So let us understand how we can do it practically online. So obviously we have to start with the .NET framework. You have to start with the .NET framework. So in order to do that, I have to open Visual Studio, and within a Visual Studio, we will start with a project. So I'll go for and create a new project. So a new project is going to be initiated out. Here I'll be selecting console application, and definitely console application of .NET framework we have to select from here, right? Because we are working with the .NET framework, and mind you that the language has to be the C Sharp, not VB, not Visual F Sharp or J Sharp, because my coding is going to be done in Visual C Sharp. So I'll be doing the next. It'll ask me for creating a name of the project. So since we are going to work with the output demo, so here I'll be writing output demo, user friendly name. Then I'll click on create button. It's going to create one small project for us. So automatically this project is going to be initiated here, and project will be opened. So this project is available out here, and you can notice out here within this project the default namespace are listed here. For our project, the project, with the help of the name of the project, the namespace got created. Basically, namespace is nothing. This is a logical collection of set of classes, set of interfaces, and set of structures in a single logical unit. And for this particular namespaces, once we compile it and we execute it, it is going to create a one assembly at the end. An assembly is again a deployable unit which we can use at any point in time. Within this particular namespace, we are having a class called a program. You can change the name of the class, and by default in the Visual C Sharp, the class access specifier is internal always. And definitely as a part of the class, there should be a main method by which your application will be triggered, application will be executed. Here one thing we need to notice, the main method name need to start with a capital N, capital M, not small m. In the case of Java, it was small m, right? Now, within this, I'm going to create a one method out here, one variable. Let's say I'm going to create two variables rather, because I wanted to return two values from the called function. One value, anyway, one value is getting returned by the return keyword. So how we can get the benefit of output keyword? So at least two values I wanted to return from the call function. For that, I'm going to create two variable out here. Let's say here I'm going to create, let's say, variable a comma b, right? Two variables which I have created here. Now, after that I'm going to create, this main is going to be the calling function, and here I'm going to create a one call function through which I'm going to get the output value from there. So one more thing we have to notice out here, the call function which you are going to write, it has to be the static function. So obviously static function start with the static keyword followed by return data type could be void, and then we can have a name of a method called, let's say, output, right? User friendly name you can mention out here. Here we have to mention out keyword, since it is going to return value to us. Then it is going to return two different numbers. So here data type has to be int, followed by variable name could be x. Similarly, I have to create another variable out followed by int, then int and then y. Within this, the very important thing we have to note here, within this I am going to initialize the value of x and y. The things which I am going to initialize with the x and y, those value will be returned back to the calling function, which is the main, right? So here I am going to initialize this x with, let's say, 50, and I am going to initialize this y with 100, right? So this is the output method which we have. Now we have to call this particular method. Obviously I'll be calling this particular method or function through the main. So in order to call it, I have to write here output followed by, since we have to match with the signature, so this output function which we have written, has two output parameter x and y of integer type, right? So here we have to specify out a as well as out b. Obviously a is of integer type, b is also of integer type. And one very important thing we have to notice here, I have not initialized the value of a and b out here, right? We have not given any value to a and b. So we cannot say that we are sending some value to the variable x and y, right? This is the kind of a reference variable. That means this a is being referred by x and b is being referred by y. So whatever value you are going to put in x and y, automatically it will be returned back to the a and b, and that value of a and b we can utilize inside this particular calling function. So here, once this is done, we can verify using the console.writeLine, and here we can have the customized message, the value of output a equal to the value which I wanted to display. So this is the placeholder which I am going to write here, comma, b equal to, again I am going to write a placeholder out here, that is the position number 1, and this is getting replaced by a value a and then value of b. That means out here a is referring to x and b is referring to y. So whatever value you set in the x and y, that automatically that will be returned back to a and b. So that we have done. And in order to hold the screen for longer duration, we must be writing out here console.read key. After writing the semicolon, we have to write the console.read key, right? So console.read key method I have to use, and hopefully this is going to work fine. So now I am going to execute it. So simply I can go for start with debugging. The moment I press start with debugging, this is going to perform the work, and you can notice out here we have got the return value as the value of a equal to 50 and the value of b equal to 100. And again I can rebrief out here. So this output is a function which is a static function which is being called from the main, and main function is having a value a and b which is not at all initialized, and through the main is calling output function with the out keyword. So that means this main is creating a reference of it is going to create a reference variable as a and b, and that is being referred to the output function as X and Y, and whatever changes you do out there, whatever changes you do in the called function, automatically that will be reflected back into the calling function. So this is the best thing and the unique thing of Microsoft Visual C Sharp .NET, which already we have discussed. Thanks for watching this video. I'll be coming with excellent feature of another video very shortly. Thank you very much for watching.